The bro code permits the entry of a girl as a new bro only if she proves to be worthy of the honor and by common concession, of course.
I'll let you go first on this.
Okay.
Any of you guys?
Star of the show.
Letting a chick into the bro code. I think there can be similarities, maybe some overlap, but I don't think it's necessarily bro code. I think a woman can wingman for you, or wing woman, and you can wingman for a woman, but I don't think you can treat them the same just because there's too many differences between men and women. You know, equality and all that shit's good, but at the end of the day, we are different. I wouldn't categorize it as bro code, you know?
Right.
Okay.
So I guess my final answer is no bro code. You can definitely have a code, just not a bro code.
Senor BB?
Actually, yeah, I was going to say originally, yes, that you can bring a woman into bro code. I think Kuckle nailed it on the head there because he's right. Like I have a lot of female friends and I do not treat a single one in the same perspective, the same way that I treat any of my guy friends. There's just certain lines you don't cross. There's just things you do not do. Something that you can joke around with your bros,
Right.
Farting dick jokes and, all the 100% pervy, just let it all out. But when it comes to a woman, 90% out. Like, okay, at least I do. And that's, okay, maybe not 90, but
a large
gotta hold
percentage
back.
of it.
Yeah. You still hold back because there are borders, there are lines of what they're cool with. And some girls, their border, it differs, where that line is, but the line is there. The border is there.
Yeah.
And you just cannot treat, or I don't treat women the same way that I treat my guys. Like, yeah, we're cool as hell, but yeah, as 100% bro code, like, no, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with you guys because I was going to say the exact same thing because around the females, you will have to watch how you talk. Can't really horseplay around. And it's like, in my mind, I feel like they would act on feelings while we're just like on our nature, like we don't act or react on our feelings like that.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think they're more emotional, whether they like to admit it or not. I think they function a little bit more on an emotional scale than we do. Like you said, with the horse playing, like, for example, when we met up in Vegas, the first thing that we did when we met up, what was it? We
break a bed,
started
wrestling each other, slamming each other into the beds and shit.
And this was after we haven't seen gUNzz for like 2 years because he was stationed in California.
Yep.
Right? It was about 2 years. Is that right?
I left 2012, and this was like 2000, probably like 2-3 years. It was around
2-3 years. Okay, so we haven't seen gUNzz in a long time.
15.
And Kuckle and I, we went to Vegas and gUNzz met us up. It was a good 3 years, 2-3 years that we haven't seen him. And the first thing we did, just like you said, started wrestling, just started messing around.
Yeah, you could technically do that with a girl, but it's definitely not going to be the same. Like if we were to see, our little sister after 2 or 3 years, like, we'd maybe like throw a couple pretend punches or something. Yeah,
exactly. It's just a hug.
It's going to be a big old hug.
Yeah, but you can't suplex them, like we were literally suplexing each other. We were, it's completely different.
Well, first of all, our sister grew up with 4 brothers. She'll throw down. She'll throw and suplex one of us. But in any other, a majority of women, they ain't gonna fly like that.
Exactly. But even then, okay, so take her for example. Yeah, she's definitely down to suplex one of us. But I mean, it's definitely one of those things where you're like, even so, you're more careful trying not to hurt her, Yeah,
you're right. No, you're right. Like when we were playing, when we were wrestling, yes, of course, I'm not trying to hurt you guys, but I wasn't being, gentle.
And
I wasn't, exactly. We were jumping around and we were really hitting our bodies against, but
Yeah.
but, there wasn't, out for blood shots or anything. Guns will beat the shit out of us, especially back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much now.
Not so much.
Oh
now.
shit! If I remember correctly, you broke out sweating, didn't you? As soon as we were done, like the first.
Dude, he's on the ground dying.
It was
He was
hot.
out of breath. He was winded. He was fucking melting.
It was hot in that room, and we were in Vegas. This is desert.
Dude, he got up
It
off
was
the carpet and
nighttime.
you could see a fucking outline of his sweat. We had to peel him off.
It sounded like he took duct tape off a glass.
That's the fucking Velcro.
Oh man. No, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Like
Yeah.
I actually did wrestle a chick once. She was a friend of mine, of course, right? And she was showing off, trying to talk shit. Like, oh yeah, I went to school. I was training for Krav Maga or whatever the fuck, some kind of martial arts style,
Self-defense kind of shit.
some shit like that. And then I was just messing around, like fuck you, and I shoved her, not super hard, but I shoved her, and then she gave me this look like mother, like she's. So I started running, just playing around still, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she chased after me, and it doesn't take far for her to catch up to me because I'm not a fast runner anymore. I slow down, I turn around, and I catch her, and then I start wrestling her down, right? But at the same time, I'm not picking her up or tossing her. I'm not, I could have. She weighs like 100 pounds less than I do, right? And no, I grab her and I bring her down and I put her, and then I get her down to the ground. Then I'm just holding her down, like talk more shit, and she's like, oh, I can't get up. And she finally gives up, right? Like, fuck your Krav Maga or whatever, right? Like,
I remember the video. Basically, same situation, husband and wife. The husband just gets home or whatever, and the wife's like super excited because she's doing the self-defense classes, basically. And then she's like, let me show you. Like, no, stop it. And she like won't stop hitting them. And you're like, all right, what do you got? And then she like goes for a swing or something, and he like grabs her arm and leg sweeps her and instantly knockout. Like instantly.
That's awesome. You need to find it for me.
I'm pulling it up right now.
That's awesome. Hey, you got to run.
Hey
Here we go.
guys, here's part 2 of me attacking my husband. But fear not, I took some self-defense lessons this morning and I think I can take them. Hey babe, you want to see what I learned in defense class today? No. Why not? You a pussy?
Oh, she's asking for it.
What the hell are you recording for?
Don't worry about
Why, you a pussy?
Oh, I fucking got it.
it. Ready?
Whatever. You gonna get my money back.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
That's so good.
I'm gonna need my money back. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, I did not wrestle my friend down like that in the slightest. I was way more gingerly and more. Wow. I should have though.
It was just funny because he said she studied Krav Maga, and it just popped that video in my head.
Yeah. Oh, she was talking mad shit too.
Oh my god. All right.
Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Oh, this is
Quite the experience today.
Let's hope it was a learning experience.
yes, always is. Always is.
Hey, everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
I missed the part where that's my problem.